Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name's the Slow Ninja and today we're going to be starting our Football Manager 20 Let's Play as my local team, Ipswich Town. So Ipswich Town this season got relegated to League One and recent form may mean we may not get back up into the Championship, which for me, that's where the club deserves and maybe even the Premiership. So with this Let's Play, I'm hoping to get Ipswich beyond League One, the Championship and into the Premiership. But most importantly, back into Europe, where in the 70s and 80s we were really successful. So let's now. So this is just me taking over the club. If you want to pause it, is a bit of history of the club and where we play. Some club background where I will scroll down very slowly. So yes, our local rival is Norwich City. So it'd be great to get back onto playing terms and if not, become better from them in this playthrough, I guess. So there's a bit more history to that. So we won in 1981, etc. So the 70s and 80s were Ipswich Town were really good. So hopefully, jump 40 years into the future, we can kind of replicate that success. So you can see here we're predicted to come second place, but hopefully we could do one better and win League One. This is our starting lineup. Of course, I don't think I will be playing this formation. I think it's either going to be the 4-2-3-1 or even maybe even play like a diamond, so the 4-1-2-1-2, or maybe something similar along those lines. But I think playing two strikers up top in this league is quite important. So this is the club vision. So they want me to sign under 21s, players through the youth system, and to play entertaining football, which some games this season Ipswich Town has in real life, and other games they haven't. So work within the budget, and with past experience with Ipswich Town on other Football Manager games, I know that the budget is quite small, so I'm kind of used to it. So the end of season is to win promotion and reach the third round of the FA Cup. That may be a bit hard, but we can see what we can do. And when so they want me within the next 5 years just to get promoted, and we'll just stay in the Championship pretty much. But I'm hoping that for about 20 to the 22 to 23 season, that we should maybe even be able to push for playoffs, maybe even get promoted. But that's my plan anyway. So even if we're still at Ipswich, well, that's the plan. Because we don't know, we may get sacked or even move to a different club. But ideally, I would like to try and stay at Ipswich Town for as long as I can. So as you can see here, we're finally taking over as Ipswich Town's boss. I don't really need to focus on that. Some of the stuff I'll probably do in my own time, so I don't bore you with the stuff which I have to go through. So, but yeah, hopefully the next episode I may just skip, because I'm not playing really by anyone for the club, so I may just skip to the first game, which is against Burton Albion, but tell you what I've done in the meantime. So this is what Dice was talking about a few moments ago, which I'm perfectly happy with. So I'm just going to accept. I've got Chelsea and Arsenal. Ooh, that'd be quite fun. So I'll go through the players in just a little bit. Yep. So this is our team. We've got quite a big squad. So of course some of these players may not even feature. So maybe someone like Jordan Roberts I may potentially sell. But for me, some of the key players are Thomas Holy in goal, the 27-year-old Czech who only recently joined Ipswich this season, but for his height, I think he's 6'7", so he's pretty tall. So that's why his area reach is 19. So we shouldn't really be worrying about any crosses. Of course, I think Kane Vincent-Young, the youngster, who's also recently joined Ipswich. Fortunately, he's been injured all season in real life, so hopefully he won't be injured in our playthrough. So hopefully get some good use out of him. Our captain, which is the wonderful Luke Chambers, who's sometimes a bit hit and miss with the fans, but he's such a good player with his age and experience. We've got some really good youngsters coming through the ranks, and he's someone who can really help guide those players and make them better players, I think. Hopefully, if he does retire soon, which hopefully he doesn't, he will stay on at the club and be a coach or something, maybe even become like the under-23s boss. But that's what I would like to see, but who knows really. So we've got Luke Wolfenstein, who's a very good youngster. I think in the transfer market in January, he was wanted by Sheffield United. So it proves that he's got a lot of promise. I mean, he's good at playing League One, potentially become a Championship centre-back defender. But in theory, I think he could easily become a like a Premiership style centre-back, even if Sheffield United want him in real life. So it shows that he's good enough to maybe make that step into the Premiership and maybe even the English team. But who knows? We've got Miles Kenlock, another youngster, left back, been at Ipswich Town all his life. A lot of these players, a lot of these youngsters have been at Ipswich and come through the youth ranks because Ipswich Town's youth academy, I think, is still pretty good. Not as good as the way it used to be, but we still have some good youngsters coming through the ranks. Looking at the team, Floyd Downs, an incredible youngster. He's got the potential to make it all the way to the Premiership, and I think to play at the top Premiership team. Hopefully, would love to see him as. I can't remember if he's been a captain at Ipswich Town yet, but I don't not too sure. But just look at his stats for a League One player. That's some of these stats even look better for Premiership players. But yeah, he would definitely become a captain for us for Ipswich in the future, and maybe even this campaign. I think when Chambers, unfortunately, when I hate to say this, but when Chambers' legs finally goes, he doesn't become as good. I would definitely try and make Floyd Downs the captain of the club. Got another hit and miss player, suffer from a lot of injuries, but Andre Dossel, another fantastic youngster who's came through the youth academy with a good left foot. Unfortunately, in the last summer, Norwich did try and buy him, which thank goodness he stayed at the club. But I know he got a bit of stick from the fans. But hopefully he will stay. And also with him and Floyd Downs in the centre mid, the shame with kind of Teddy Bishop. I mean, he's getting on a bit, like 22, but he's still quite young. But he's just been raffled by injuries, which has been the problem. I mean, I remember watching him on his debut, and he was like, this kid's got talent, but unfortunately, injuries just affected him really. But also we've got the experience of players of like Alan Judge in that attacking midfielder role. I think he could get a lot of assists for us and even goals for us this season. Also the same with Emir Hughes, the Welsh international. You look at Scouse as well. I mean, you look at half these players, you're thinking that they're all Championship / low end to Premiership teams. But of course, the people going to be getting our goals, I probably will play Kendon Jackson because he's been fantastic for us in real life. And even though he didn't have the best of last season, so hopefully for us this season and this playthrough, could do something like that, maybe even better. And also James Norwood, who I've got a soft spot for in real life, such a fantastic player. He just gets on with the job, really. It doesn't matter. He's so passionate for the club. And man, look at that for Tranmere Rovers, 29 goals in 45. I mean, hopefully he could do something like this for us in the season, but ideally, imagine he did something like that for us. Or we would have a strike full to be reckoned with. But so that's a rough idea of who our top players are. Of course, I may have to sell one or two players because we've got Bart Banaski, who's on loan at Millwall, but do Millwall have an option to buy? No, they don't. But if they do put in a bid for him, I may let him go just because of how old he is, even though he's been such a fantastic player for us and for a free agent. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, really. So our finances, yeah, we'll lose some money, but may have to sell 1 or 2 players to get more money in, but yeah, it's going to be quite tight with money. And if you go to Scout and select only 1.47k for the wage, we may only be able to get like 1 or 2 players in on loan, but that's still not nice. But I think with our team which we've got, and also then also with some of our under 23s team, I think we should be alright, to be honest. I mean, I can't wait to get Jack Lannister back. I mean, look at that. It's good enough to play in the Premiership. So get him fit. And have Will King, Kenan Jackson, James Norwood, and Lannister, and also Freddie Shears coming back for the squad. I mean, we should be winning this league with no problem. But anywho, that's just a quick roundup of what I want to do with Ipswich Town for the season. Try and win League One, and try and see if we can have a good cup run, because in real life Ipswich Town don't have a cup run. Always get knocked out of the first round of everything. So yeah, just have a nice cup run, win the league, get back to the Championship. Hopefully Norwich will get relegated so we can have the old East Anglia derby for next season, or even meet them in the cup. But if you enjoy this, everyone, make sure to leave a like, and I will speak to you later for the next episode, which will be the first game of the season. See you later.